welcome to Thruxton for rounds 11 and 12 of the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF Tyres. This season has been hotly contested between James Waite, current championship leader, starting second on the grid for the first race, and Marcus Cook-Livy, who's in pole position. It's a fast track, flowing corners. It's going to be really tense and close action out there. To take us through it, it's over to our race commentator, Jake Sanson.
Thanks, Lloyd. There's drama already heading into the race here at Thruxton because Josh Steed has pulled his car into the pit lane. He's due to start on the third row of the grid, as you can see, by Magnus Cook-Livy and James Waite on the front row from Nathaniel Hodgkiss and Isaac Smith. Turner is there beside Steed, although Steed is not on the grid, with Messrs Locke, Glennie and Garner filling up the rest of the field. But if Josh Steed doesn't take the start of this race, that's going to be costly for his championship campaign. So hopefully they'll be able to get the car restarted and send him back out. But now the lights are going out, so let's see what happens with the race. And there's no start at all for Todd Garner. Garner has not gone away. Hopefully he'll be able to engage first gear. Oh, contact! That's Hodgkiss and Turner. Hodgkiss and Turner have tangled. Whoa! Again, these two, both of them, have had so much bad luck over the course of the season. So many points for both drivers have been lost as Todd Garner does now get going. But that's game over for Turner and Hodgkiss barely before the race is even started, as James Waite has broken into the lead in front of Magnus Cook-Livy, with Isaac Smith now in third. I think that's Abby Locke who's broken into fourth position behind. We'll just have a look. Yes, that is Abby Locke in front of Alfie Glennie, and then Todd Garner running in P6. Hodgkiss and Turner out, and Steed struggling to get going. So James Waite leading the way from Magnus Cook-Livy, but the damage to those two, that's obviously on the exit of Allard, and I have a feeling as the drivers are going through Village and up towards Church, I think we may get a safety car call here, but we're on board with Magnus Cook-Livy for the moment as he tries to chase down his championship nemesis, James Waite, in the hope that he can get past. Look at how much he's bouncing around in the cockpit. This is a very physical circuit as they go through Church. Fastest corner in British motorsport. They go up through Brooklands, up towards Woodham Hill. And this is going to be an opportunity for Magnus Cook-Livy to make the overtaking. But safety car's been called. Safety car for the first lap incident between Hodgkiss and Turner. That's not really a major surprise. So the drivers are obviously having to slow down at the end of the lap. So it is a safety car call, unfortunately, for James Waite in the lead of the race and Magnus Cook-Livy in second position. Third is currently Isaac Smith in front of Abby Locke, Alfie Glennie and Todd Garner, who has got going again. But there are the two cars out of the race. Well, Ollie Turner and Nathaniel Hodgkiss are both out of their cars. So that is very good news. Neither driver is hurt, but what a disaster in terms of their 2018 championship campaign, which should have been so much stronger than it's turned out to be. Both men have been very, very quick over the course of the season. Hodgkiss, of course, third on the original starting grid. Turner got a good getaway. Unfortunately, the two of them just tangling, and Hodgkiss being sent into the barriers with big damage, and Ollie Turner's left front suspension breaking as a result of the contact. Very unfortunate for both men, because I think both of them would have been in the game to go for the victory here today. There is the fourth place driver, Abby Locke, who is looking set to take her finest ever finish in the championship if this keeps going, because three of the big players, Josh Steed, Nathaniel Hodgkiss and Ollie Turner, are both gone, or all three of them, gone from the fray. Now, if Josh Steed can get the car going again, even though he'll be at least a lap down, possibly even two, there's very good reason for him to keep going if they can get the car back out there, because even finishing in seventh position would be invaluable points in the championship that could see Steed pulling further away from the likes of Hodgkiss and Turner, and still staying within reasonable distance of the likes of Isaac Smith in the Drivers' Championship. So Josh Steed could really do with getting back out there if it's at all possible, even if he's a couple of laps down. So we'll see what happens on that front. But the safety car is out, as you can see, for James Waite in the lead of the race, Magnus Cook-Livy in second, Isaac Smith in third, in front of Abby Locke, Alfie Glennie and Todd Garner, who has got going again. And fortunately, even though he was not able to get away on the initial start, the fact of the matter is that he's been able to get going and close up on the rest of the field thanks to the safety car. So his poor start, or his mechanical problems, whatever it may be, have made sure that that's now been wiped. I'm guessing it's probably something mechanical mechanical, because Todd Garner has had some very good starts over the course of the season, so it doesn't seem like the kind of mistake Todd Garner would make to just stall it on the grid. So I would suggest that it was mechanical that initially held him at bay. Now, of course, he is on the back of the train thanks to the safety car, so it's basically given young Todd Garner a get-out-of-jail-free card, and he's now on the back of this of these two drivers that he's been spending most of the season duelling with, actually, Abbey Locke and Alfie Glennie, as the cars of Ollie Turner and Nathaniel Hodgkiss are moving away from the scene. But it's Waite in front of Cricklewy, Smith, Locke, Glennie and Garner as the race will continue shortly, hopefully. Drivers are about to get back underway with the safety car set to peel in. So the safety car is due in this lap, and it's hopefully going to be James Waite getting a good start. You need to time it right here as they come into the club chicane, and I have a feeling that James Waite is not going to drop the throttle until he's partway through the first right-hand apex. Wait for it. Now he's going to plant it, and off he goes. He drops the hammer beautifully. Magnus Cricklewy is going to go with him. Isaac Smith is still there in P3, and then we've got the battle between Locke, Glennie and Garner, and Glennie's going to go for Locke straight away, but he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to overtake Locke before the start-finish line. I think he actually did, so that is possibly a concern for Alfie Glennie. We'll have to see what happens, but I have a feeling he's going to need to give that position back. In fact, he does. He gives it back to Abbey Locke, who gets through into fourth position. Great work this from Abbey Locke. She is having an amazing season, considering where she started the year, several seconds off the back of these two. She is absolutely monstering this car now as Todd Garner tries to get his way up the inside of Alfie Glennie as they go up out of Seagrave towards Noble. That was a very big lunge from Todd Garner as he tried to get on terms with Alfie Glennie. But easily and far and away the star of the season over the course of the year, not winning races but absolutely fantastic in terms of her development, is Abbey Locke, who has gone from being in last place for most of the first few races of the year to suddenly getting onto the tail of these three. Her progress is absolutely sensational. Magnus Cricklewy, all he has to do effectively is hang on to the racing line and not lose too much ground. He just needs to keep this solid and smooth throughout. And James Waite is giving Cricklewy a massive run for his money. He's a little bit closer than he was on the previous lap. Is he going to get a better run up through Brooklands? He's definitely using coming out of the slipstream now. Up towards Woodham Hill. Can he make the lunge? He goes left. Down to the braking zone for Club. Who blinks first? Cricklewy's going to hold it, only just. James Waite really giving him pressure now. Up and over the curbs, much cleaner from both of them this time as they get back onto the start-finish straight. We're on board with Cricklewy. One eye on the windscreen, one eye on the rearview mirror as he goes through Allard. Are we about to see James Waite popping up on the inside line? Not yet. He still holds the move at the moment as they come up towards Campbell. Get the car lined up smoothly, brake. Turn in. Oh, is that Josh Steed again? I think it is. Josh is just trying to stay out there. Yes, look, the emergencies are on. Goodness me, he looks like he's trying to dash for the services as he comes through. Magnus Cricklewy and James Waite just make their way past Josh Steed, who's currently in danger zone mode. So he continues on, just trying to get the car to the finish at this rate in the hope that he'll score points. Meanwhile, these two still very tight together. Just noticed in the background there, still as was, Isaac Smith in third from Abbey Locke, and then it's Glennie and Garner for fifth position, but James Waite is still absolutely resolute that he can beat this man, Magnus Cricklewy, but we're on the penultimate lap, so he is running out of time to get past his championship rival for 2018. He's got to try and keep the faith. He's got to try and keep pounding in these laps. He is running out of time, but he's got a great run through Church. Surely this time he may get another smooth run. He's been watching Cricklewy's line the last few laps. Is there going to be an opportunity? He's going to draw alongside him again, but Cricklewy is practically married to the inside line. In through the chicane, and again both cars do that victory dance over the curb as two wheels on the deck and two go in the air. And now we go into the final lap. Surely this is going to be a very tough one for Magnus Cricklewy to hang on to with James Waite in this mode. James is doing a fine job of putting the pressure on his Danish rival. Into the chicane, through Campbell, into Cobb. Again, another look from James Waite. Ooh, that was a little bit hungry. as they go up towards Seagrave. James Waite making his intentions very clear, and Quickly getting a little bit of a brush of the dust as he tries to come through. James Waite's got good momentum. He draws alongside and he's through. James Waite's through on Quickly. In through Noble. That was incredibly brave, but Quickly's trying to hang on into it in the inside of Goodwood. He gets it back. Brilliant racing for the Fiesta Juniors again, and Quickly retakes the lead, bounces over the curbs, the car rocking like a washing machine with the momentum, but you can see in the rearview mirror that James Waite is still right there, still going for the manoeuvre, now trying to come round the outside on the far side, trying to tuck back in on the switch through Church. There's one more run to Club, up through Brooklands, up towards Woodham Hill. This is the best fight we've seen all season between these two, and it's going to go right to the finish line. James Waite's got one more chance. He's going to go for it. He will try surely and get the switch back. He draws alongside. He's going to go too deep. He's going to have to concede it. What a great battle between the two implacable rivals. Magnus Quickly takes race 1 here at Thruxton. What a race. Right to the line. You don't need a grid of 25 to make a sensational race. You just need brilliant warriors going to battle tooth and nail. Magnus Quickly wins from James Waite. Isaac Smith takes another podium. Todd Garner fights his way back to 4th in front of Alfie Glennie and Abby Locke. Sadly, Josh Steed didn't finish enough laps to be classified.
Magnus, well done on your victory. That really keeps the championship nice and tight now.
Yeah, it was very, very good to get this victory for the championship. Very tough. James did a very, very good job. And it was just a bit of who had the better luck this race, I think.
James, second place. Well, that was an epic battle between the two of you. And that really keeps the championship going into the last few rounds.
Yeah, the championship is really close. At the minute, all I need to do is sort of finish on the podium. Should be pretty good points for the season. It was a pretty good race, got a good start. So I was in the lead for quite a while, but Magnus had the ultimate pace towards the end, so there's not much I could do.
Isaac, third place, tough racing out there.
Yeah, it's a very tough track, never been here before. It's really fast, just been struggling with the car this weekend. Well, qualifying was really quick, and now we've come to this, and there's nothing there.
Will you join us as the cars are getting ready to go out for the second and final race in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF Tyres. Both of our championship contenders are on the front row of the grid. It's anyone's race to play for. It's over to Jake Sanson to take you through the action.
Well, after that sensational battle in the first race, I'm not sure it can get much better than that, Lloyd. Really exciting stuff between our two on the front row, Magnus Quickly and James Waite. They will go to battle again. Isaac Smith and Todd Garner, Alfie Glennie and Abby Locke. It looks as though more problems for Josh Steed, Nathaniel Hodgkiss and Ollie Turner, who will take up their positions in 8th and 9th place. Watch them charge through from the back. A miserable day at the office, though, for Josh Steed. Again, he will not take his position on the grid, and it's a miserable weekend for him. So, the lights will go on when they go out for the second race. We will be charging through with only 4 races to go at the end of this one from Silverstone and Brands Hatch. Here we go. A great start at the front. We're on board with Todd Garner. Quickly's got a flyer. Smith moving away nicely, but James Waite trying to come around the outside of Quickly. I just saw that. Whoa, there goes Hodgkiss. And it might not be too long before Ollie Turner gets a good run as well. Abby Locke has beaten us off the line as we head up towards Campbell and Cobb for the first time. Todd Garner trying to get his move on the inside of Abby Locke as side by side again these two. Quickly trying to shake off James Waite. Waite keeps it around the outside. Whoops! Todd Garner gets a little bit close to Abby Locke. They bang wheels, and that was very close, but Ollie Turner has got past both of them. So Abby Locke has fallen to the back of the queue for the moment. She's now in 8th place. Whoops, who went off there? That might have been the 27 of Alfie Glennie, but up at the sharp end, it's still very close between Quickly and Waite. Waite is going to go door to door with Quickly. Goodness me, they slide sideways. It's a complete resurgence of the battle from before, and Isaac Smith uses that to slip up the inside and get second from Waite. Absolutely amazing. So now Hodgkiss is there in 4th position, ready for pouncing. We're on board with James Waite. That is the man in front of him, Isaac Smith, trying to swarm around, making sure he holds the line through Church. Look at how mobile the car is, though, and Isaac Smith gets a massive tank slapper through the fastest corner in motorsport in Great Britain. So now Smith is absolutely flirting with the inside white line to try and hold James Waite at bay, but Waite just uses his momentum and goes right round the outside, gets into the braking zone for Club, and is doing a fine job. Now Quickly's been very cautious into the braking zone. He actually got a little bit loose, and now James Waite's got a run on him. So maybe up towards Campbell and Cobb, he may get another opportunity. But Smith is still there in third, being chased down now by Nathaniel Hodgkiss. Hodgkiss getting a great start, and now his resurgence in the second race looks like it could be a good one. Here comes Isaac Smith, Hodgkiss in behind. On board with James Waite, down to the braking zone for Campbell. Far too early in the race to go ugly. You've just got to stay focused, keep it nice and smooth. As he mentioned on the podium at the end of the first race, tyre management, very crucial in these cars. You learn an awful lot by racing 20 minutes in a Fiesta, and these boys and girls having an absolutely terrific run once again. So, Hodgkiss now in the wheel tracks of Isaac Smith as they battle away for third. There's Cricklewy and Waite, then Smith and Hodgkiss. In the background, Ollie Turner is lining up Alfie Glennie as they battle away. It's 2x2 hurrah at the moment, although it looks to me as though something has gone wrong with Abby Locke. I'm not sure her car is still running at its same speed. Todd Garner is in 7th place. I think Abby Locke's got a mechanical problem. You remember she was so strong at the beginning of the first race. She had a technical difficulty that dropped her back behind Glennie and Garner, and I wonder if it's come back to haunt her again because she has dropped off the back of this queue. So Abby Locke, unfortunately, looks to have fallen out of the equation as Ollie Turner has now moved up into 5th position. Here comes Garner looking for the inside of Glennie. Go on, go on! Thought there might have been a chance to get a late braking move in there. Not quite. In through the curbs, up on the chicane. And this is a good run from these guys at the back of the field, although Josh Steed is really wishing he was one of them. And there's Abby Locke in the pits. Abby Locke crawling to a standstill. I just saw her. There she is. Abby Locke in the pits. What a shame. Joining Josh Steed on the sidelines with mechanical problems. Very easy to get it right in these cars, but even easier to get it wrong as Todd Garner once again has a look at the inside of Alfie Glennie. We're still learning about how to get the overtaking moves done in these racing cars and learning the psychological mind games as to how to outfox and outsmart your opponents is a part of that process. And on that particular occasion, Todd Garner just unable to go door to door with Alfie Glennie as they come back up the straight once again. They go up towards Noble. Here goes a move from Todd Garner. Very nicely covered there by Alfie Glennie as they continue to duel. So these two have been absolutely on each other's throats pretty much all season long, and they are continuing that tussle. So on through towards Church Corner, the fastest corner in British motorsport as we know. In through the right-hander. A little bit of a drift out from Isaac Smith as he duels with Nathaniel Hodgkiss. There goes Ollie Turner. Oh, his short oval skills definitely coming into fruition there as the 6th place battle marches on and is not slowing up any. Glennie still hanging on in front of Todd Garner. Garner looks like he might get a run here actually. Looked originally to go up the inside line. Now he's going to try and go around the outside. Gets a little bit distant. Almost managed to get alongside Alfie Glennie there. Well, it looks like Abby Locke has gone back out onto the circuit. She's now a lap down, but at least she is still running. So whatever it was, she's back into contention. But it looks like it's only going to be a points finish rather than a solid challenge for the top 6. That's a real shame for Abby Locke. She's been so impressive all through this weekend. As Garner gets a good run on Glennie, and Glennie shuts the door. Brilliant racing between these two. And again, under braking, Garner brakes later than Glennie and has to slam on the brakes hard in order to avoid going into the back of him. Further up, this is Smith versus Hodgkiss. 3rd position being debated. He will not even be pushing Cricklewy that hard. He'll just sit right behind him, and he knows that a victory is going to come his way. Now, I'm guessing that Cricklewy has got that penalty for track limits because he's been pushing very hard and has overshot a couple of the curbs around the circuit. He came a little bit close to it in race 1, if you remember. I think he's been doing it collectively in race 2, trying to shake off that man behind him, James Waite. So from James Waite's point of view, this is already a race that is won, as long as he just stays on the bumper of Magnus Cricklewy. It doesn't matter too much. But Cricklewy is going to be 2nd, not 1st, if things stay as they are. They are already well clear of Isaac Smith and Nathaniel Hodgkiss, who are still going at it like a pack of dogs for 3rd position. But look, James Waite's seen that. He's not even as close to Magnus Cricklewy as he was before, but that's because he doesn't need to be. The one thing he doesn't need to do is push too hard and get himself taken off the racetrack, but he is going to get a lot of momentum from braking later up towards Club. Good work from James Waite, just keeping Cricklewy honest, but Magnus Cricklewy will still want to beat him on the racetrack for that psychological upper hand as they head to the next round of the championship. I think that is Ollie Turner having parked his car in the pits. I'm hoping that isn't. I'm wondering if that's one of the senior cars that's brought it in. We'll double check, but we go into the last lap, and I have a feeling that James Waite is not going to push as hard as he did in race 1, because he knows that Magnus Krickleby, with that 5-second time penalty, is going to finish behind him unless he could pull 5 seconds clear at the very minimum. But Krickleby is going to be able to hang on to this one for sure, as in second place, James Waite is going to give him a little bit more of a run for his money as they come up through Noble, through the left-hander, and up towards Goodwood for the final time. But James Waite is definitely not going to be as aggressive as he was in race 1, because Waite will end up getting the victory regardless because of the time penalty for Magnus Krickleby. So as they come up towards Church, Krickleby may have beaten him in a straight fight, but by overcooking it, and pushing the car too hard, it's going to be James Waite that will pick up the victory because of the time penalty for Magnus Krickleby. But in terms of the psychological upper hand with 2 weekends to go, Krickleby will definitely have outsmarted James Waite on 2 occasions on the road, but the victory will deservedly go to James Waite based on the fact that Krickleby will still get a penalty. James is trying one last time to see if he can beat him on the road. He won't, but as Krickleby comes through, he crosses the line first, but James Waite will get the victory because of the time penalty for Magnus Krickleby. So Waite takes another victory, and it is going to be 1 apiece, with Krickleby winning in race 1 and James Waite sealing it in race 2. Krickleby is going to be in second, Hodgkiss ahead of Isaac Smith in the end, so he does get that podium. Turner does finish 5th. It was a senior car in the pits from Todd Garner. And in the championship standings, James Waite leads Magnus Krickleby by just 30 points with 2 weekends to go, with Isaac Smith just 8 in front of Josh Steed.
James, well done on your victory. At what point did you know that Magnus had the penalty?
It was a couple of laps to the end. I see the board put out for number 66. I saw a few times he went quite wide, so I was wondering whether that was a possibility, but it was a really great race up until that point. It was switching all the time. I couldn't ask for anything better.
And really, when you saw the penalty come out, was it just a case of keeping as close as you can to him to make sure that you got the victory?
Yeah, I saw he stopped defending, so you probably knew as well, but I just made sure I was a little bit of a gap behind him, so I knew I'd get the win, so it's pretty great.
And it's all good news for the championship?
Yeah, the championship's going really well. I think this is my 7th win this season, so can't thank the team enough. Jammersport done an amazing job to get us here. That was for them, really, this weekend.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations once again. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you.
Magnus, a great drive, but unfortunate with the penalty at the end.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but it was, you can say, deserved, but it was still unfortunate. It would have been great with 2 wins.
It would have been. It would have certainly made the championship a little bit more exciting going into the final races, but there's still a lot to play for.
Yeah, there's not a lot between us, but he still has that little lead between.
So it's going to be good going into the final races. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Yeah, it's been good and great car preparation by Race Car Consultants for the whole weekend.
Fantastic. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. 3rd place. Tough battles out there throughout the racing here at Thruxton, but it was a really good, well-deserved podium.
Yeah, but firstly, I'd like to thank my sponsor, ThermServe, and team, Race Car Consultants, especially James, who got the car out after race 1, and I'd also like to thank iZone Driver Performance for helping me. But yeah, really enjoyed the race. When we started, when we got the start, which I was really happy with, so we were 4th going into turn 1. Then I was the whole race sort of like behind him, tit for tat. But then I just sort of went, right, we're going to have a go, see if it works, and if it does, brilliant. But if it doesn't, it almost didn't. And I was like, God. Yeah, we had a bit of a slide, but apart from that, it was good, thank you.
Once again, a fantastic weekend of racing in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF Tyres. The championship goes into the final 2 rounds. We hope you can join us next time when all of the action comes from Silverstone.